Tell me, where did she come from?
I shall, for it is a happy tale.
On Bella Baxter's colourful odyssey of self-discovery, the skies transform. At first, light blue watercolours with frothy white clouds. Then, the bruised palette of a burgeoning storm, breaking through to a burnished golden sky. Until finally, the whiteout of deep winter. The strange world that Bella inhabits might not be too far from our own. In 1816, following the eruption of Mount Tambora, the world witnessed similar skies. The moody gothic air immediately following the eruption, the russet hazy skies of tephra in the atmosphere, then the dark winter during the year without a summer. That same summer, another young woman was on the journey of self-discovery. Trapped in Geneva amidst the incessant rain and darkness that clouded her world, Mary Shelley began to write the story of Frankenstein. It would take Shelley 9 months or so before Frankenstein was completed, and a further few months before it was published. The events Shelley experienced during that time, the premature loss of 2 of her children, would heavily influence the final story. By framing the Frankensteinian arc through the life of Bella Baxter, Poor Things is able to engage with Frankenstein's covert maternal themes to a further extent than a simple adaptation could do. Peppered throughout the film is Bella's link to her mother and the presence, or lack thereof,
I must go punch that baby,
of her maternal instinct. The unique character of Bella, to be mother, child, and experiment in one body, parallels the arcs of not only Frankenstein and his creation, but of Shelley too. As Poor Things marks the complicated relationship between mother and daughter, it signals the authors as well. Much like Bella, Mary never got to meet her mother, Mary Wollstonecraft, who had died during Mary's birth. In both Bella and Mary, a shadowy thought looms over them, that only through their mother's deaths could they have been brought to life. It is this thought that provides the foundation for Frankenstein. In the novel, after the creation of the creature, Victor sees a vision, that he held the corpse of my
dead mother in my arms. A shroud enveloped her form, and I saw the grave worms crawling in the folds of flannel.
In truth, the shadow Mary Wollstonecraft's legacy cast over her daughter was one that never really disappeared. As a child, she read and reread her mother's books, often learning their words by heart. A large portrait of Wollstonecraft hung on the wall of Mary Shelley's childhood home. The girl studied it, comparing herself to her mother and hoping to find similarities. In Poor Things, we see this theme visualised. As Mary remained infatuated with her namesake, Bella cannot escape hers. In being transported into Victoria's body, she is forced to experience the world literally through her mother's eyes. It is further telling how, like Bella, Frankenstein's creature views himself as a rejection from the parent, an abortion from Victor. In Mary's own experiences with child loss, she would have galvanistic dreams of reviving them back to life by the fire. In her writing, we see this desire transform into a greater motivation, to bring forth the past to present time, to revive our deceased children, our dead mothers, to life once again. In Poor Things, this urge, the melding together of past and present, seeps through every frame. We see this in Bella's own character, but also through the anachronistic costuming, set designs, and cinematography. It is fitting that Shelley's creation of Frankenstein was brought on by a waking dream amidst the year without summer. A waking dream, much like Poor Things, a collision of a dreaming world and reality. The past and present meeting at last.
I collected the instruments of life around me, that I might infuse a spark of being into the lifeless thing that lay at my feet.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes, or cutaway coat, perfect fits. Come, let's mix where Rockefellers walk with sticks or umbrellas in their midst.